Y'all hear me there at the jail?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good morning, everyone. My name is Judge Christy Ruppe. You are all here this morning for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to advise you of the charges against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime in which you've been arrested for. As you stand here before me today, you are considered not guilty of what you've been arrested for, and that status will stay with you through each stage of these proceedings up until changed by you if you plea out to your case or the state attorney's office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you were arrested on a new charge or a warrant. Either way, you were given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of pretrial release which will be imposed upon you. I will also determine this morning whether you'd like to represent yourself, whether you'd like to hire private counsel, or whether you would like the appointment of the public defender to represent you in your case. You are entitled to make a phone call. If you haven't done so yet, please let me know. I'll make sure you get a phone call today to call family, friends, or counsel to let them know where you are. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. Please don't say anything about the facts of your case today. These hearings are recorded, and there is an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be used against you in the prosecution down the road. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Swear from testimony before the court today will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Okay, go ahead and put your hands down. As I call your name, please come forward to the podium. First case is Tiffany Colello.
Did you get a new PC, Judge?
I think it was a new PC. It does say in the last sentence, the arrest affidavit for this defendant was amended after the judge requested additional information on 10/7.
Yes.
I see where he's coming from with that with regard to PC for the grand theft, but I do also see that she's got some open cases. So what I'm going to do is, Ms. Colello, the judge over the weekend, Judge Howard, set your bond at $100. I'm going to go ahead and
I believe so, yes.
I'm sorry?
I said yes, I believe so.
Okay, yes, he did. I'm going to go ahead and keep it at $100 at this time. You have a court date coming up October 31st in front of Judge Merritt. I believe you have other cases on the docket at that time?
Yes.
Okay, so we have all your cases heard on October 31st at 9 a.m. I'm just going to keep everything the same as Judge Howard had over the weekend, okay?
And did that include the
Thank you.
appointment of the public defender, Your Honor?
Was she appointed? It shows that she was appointed, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so get in touch with your attorney.
Okay, thank you. Judge, could you tell me who my public defender is?
I don't know who it is at this time. So someone will come out and see you. If you don't find out, if you do find out, make your way down to the public defender's office, and you'll figure out who it is when you get here.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Sharon Freckey.
We have an offer.
Good morning, Ms. Freckey. What's your date of birth?
December 1st, 1977.
Okay. Ms. Freckey, you are here for a failure to appear, for a possession of paraphernalia. It looks like that you failed to appear in front of me on August 9th. And the bond on that is $2,000. We're going to see what it might take to resolve your case today. Are you interested in resolving your case today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, state.
It'd be adjudication of guilt, 12 months probation, substance evaluation treatment is recommended, random screens, 50 hours community service, cost of prosecution is $117.50, and let's see, cost of prosecution, cost of investigation to BPD, fines and costs. I don't see, we did the substance abuse evaluation and the screens.
All right, does she have a prior record?
Yes, ma'am. She has a prior theft 2015 out of Hernando County, adjudication, introduction into detention facility, adjudication. She has a prior FTA out of Citrus, November 2015. I see a Hernando criminal registration, which was probably on that contraband.
Okay. So it's two prior convictions?
So introduction of contraband adjudication and petty theft adjudication. Yes, ma'am. and does have a prior FTA.
All right. All right, Ms. Brecky, if you want to go ahead and take care of your case today, I will go ahead and sentence you to 20 days Hernando County Jail. I'll give you credit for the 2 days that you have in. You want to go ahead and take care of it today?
Yes.
Okay, raise your right hand. Oh, you already did that. Sorry. You understand by taking a plea on this case today that you are giving up your right to go to trial?
Yes.
Giving up right to confront witnesses against you, call witnesses on your own behalf, and you're giving up right to have the state prove the case against you. You want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, with regard to this possession of paraphernalia charge, how do you plead? You can plead no contest.
No contest. I can. Oh, yeah.
Plead no contest, or you can plead guilty, either way.
I mean, I guess. Do I plead guilty or no? I don't know. There's no contest? I don't know.
Is this like ask a friend time? What do you plead?
No contest.
I'll accept your plea of no contest. I find it's really involuntarily entered. I adjudicate you guilty, sent you to 20 days Hernando County Jail. I'll give you credit for the 2 days that you have in. When you get out, you need to pay fines and court costs in the amount of $503. And you also have the cost of investigation will be assessed against you for $177.50.
$117.50 to BPD.
$117.50 to the Brooksville Police Department, and the cost of investigation will all be assessed against you, okay?
Okay.
All right, good luck. Heidi Hansen. Hi, Ms. Hansen, what's your date of birth?
9/22/80.
Okay, you are here today for possession of methamphetamine and possession of paraphernalia. I did find probable cause for both of those. Do you want to represent yourself? You want to hire somebody, or you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. All right, what is this parole stuff they gave me? Right here. All right, state, does she have a prior record?
Yes, ma'am. Out-of-state history. 2007 paraphernalia worthless check. She has another in 2007 forgery, a failure to appear or resisting. She December of 2007 felony hit and run, personal injury, driving while impaired. 2008 it talks about another hit and run, Willis DUI, reckless driving. 2015, felony possession of cocaine, another type of possession of a scheduled drug and drug paraphernalia. And then I'm seeing a violation of probation on marijuana, cocaine. And it's talking about New Hanover County District Court.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, Ms. Hansen, are you out on parole right now?
Yes, I am.
And your parole is scheduled to terminate in March of 2018?
Yes.
Is that right? Okay. All right. I have an address for you on Gifford Drive in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Correct.
All right. How long have you lived there?
2 years, but I kept getting extradited from here to North Carolina, so.
Okay.
I
do
mean,
you have a job?
Right now, I don't.
Okay. All right. Count 1 for the possession of methamphetamine. I'm going to set your bond at $10,000. Count 2 for the possession of paraphernalia. I'm going to set your bond at $5,000. We're going to see you back to court on November 6th at 8:30 in the morning. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You said 11-6?
Yes.
Thank you.
Jenny McCambridge. Hi, Ms. McCambridge. What's your date of birth?
January 4th, 1983.
Okay. Ms. Cambridge, I see here you're arrested for possession of methamphetamine and possession of controlled substance. I did find probable cause for both of those. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
I have a public defender.
Okay. I'll make sure the public defender's on this case as well. Ms. McCambridge, I do show that you have an open case, a 2017 CF1888. The date of defense on that is August 26, 2017. Unfortunately, what that means is that you were out on release on a felony charge while you committed these new crimes. So what I'm going to do is on case number 2017 CF1888, did I say 38? It's 38. Is I'm going to violate your pretrial release pursuant to Florida Statute 903.0471, which means you're going to be held on that case no bond. On this case, you are still entitled to bond. I'll go ahead and keep the bond at $2,000 on each case. I've appointed the public defender, and we'll see you back November 6th at 8:30 a.m., okay?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is that what her other cases are set for?
I have court on,
Is it 10/27?
yeah.
Okay, we're going to set all your cases for October 27th, okay?
Okay, and
Is that
Toner
Toner as well?
Toner, yeah.
Okay.
October 27th at 8:30 a.m. Yes? I'm sorry.
okay, thank you.
Okay? All right. Kimberly Pop.
Hello.
Hi, Ms. Pop. What's your date of birth?
10/22/69.
All right, you are here this morning for possession of marijuana. I did find probable cause for that. Did you want to represent yourself? You want to hire somebody? You want the public defender's office?
Just represent myself.
Okay. State, does she have a prior record?
No, ma'am. She has no priors.
Okay. All right. Ms. Pop, do you want to go ahead and take care of your case today?
Yes, I do.
Okay. You understand by taking a plea on your case today that you're giving up the right to go to trial?
Yes.
Giving up your right to confront witnesses against you, call witnesses on your own behalf, and you're giving up your right to have the state prove the case against you?
Yes.
You want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, I do.
Okay. State your name.
Kimberly Pop.
Okay. Ms. Pop, with regard to this possession of marijuana, how do you plead? You can plead no contest.
No contest.
I'll go ahead and give you a withhold of adjudication. You're going to have fines and court costs of, is it $518? $518.
Okay.
What you need to do is make your way down to the clerk's office today when you get out of jail, room 136. If you don't make it today, you can come tomorrow, and you need to make a payment plan for that $518, okay?
Okay, yes.
Okay,
Absolutely, Your
see you
Honor.
then.
Thank you.
Dawn Zeller.
I have an offer, Judge, or recommendation.
Okay.
Stop talking. Lady, stop talking.
Ms. Zeller, what's your date of birth?
5182.
Okay, Ms. Zeller, you are here. It looks like Judge Toner placed you on probation. I don't know when, but he placed you on probation. It looks like you violated those conditions of probation by failing to pay supervision fees, failing to pay court costs, and failure to report September 18th, September 22nd, September 28th, and every day since then. I do hear that there's a recommendation to resolve your case today. What is that recommendation?
The state's recommendation is 60 days because she didn't successfully complete her probation. I will tell you that the probation said 30, but I say if she did nothing, that 60 would be more appropriate since these are M2s.
Okay. Ms. Zeller, do you want to try to resolve your case today?
Yes.
Okay, if you wanted to resolve your case today, I would go ahead and sentence you to 30 days Hernando County Jail. Is that something you want to go ahead and do?
Yes.
You understand by admitting that you violated your probation that you are giving up the right to have a hearing?
Yeah.
And giving up the right to call witnesses at that hearing and to confront the witnesses against you?
Yes.
You want to give up your right to go to a hearing and take care of your case today?
Yes.
With regard to this allegation of a violation of probation on this trespass and criminal mischief charge, do you admit that you violated your probation?
Yes.
I accept your admission. I find it's freely and voluntarily entered. Sentenced you to 30 days for Hernando County Jail. Do we know if she has any time in previously? When you initially got charged with this, were you arrested?
Yes.
Okay. How many? Did you just do 1 day in jail?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'll go ahead and give her. I'll give her credit for the 3 days that she has in, and then assess cost of incarceration and $50 cost of prosecution. When you do get out of jail, Ms. Nell, you want to make your way down to the clerk's office and make a payment plan for all your fines and court costs and stuff, okay?
Okay.
All right, that'll do it. Thank you.
Thanks.
Kyle Cheeseman.
No priors, Your Honor.
I'm sorry?
He has no priors.
Hey, Mr. Cheeseman, what's your date of birth?
5/30/98.
Okay, you were here today for a domestic battery charge. I did find probable cause for that. Did you want to represent yourself? Are you going to hire an attorney, or do you want the public defender's office?
I'll represent myself.
Okay, I'll put you in as self-represented. I have an address for you on Mirage Ave in Wekiwachi. Is that where you live?
Yep.
How long have you lived there?
Probably 10 years.
Okay, do you have a job?
Yes, I do.
What kind of work do you do?
Construction.
Okay. All right. At that house on Mirage, is that where Barry Cheeseman lives?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and give you a bond on this case, Mr. Cheeseman, but as a condition of bond, I want you to have no contact with Barry Cheeseman. Do not call him, do not write him, do not email him. If he's living at their residence on Mirage Ave, you cannot go to that residence. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have someplace else you can go?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If you do violate that condition of pretrial release and have contact with Barry Cheeseman, you will be arrested on a new charge and you will be held without bond until you resolve all your cases. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm going to hold you till 4 p.m. today in case Mr. Cheeseman wants to file an injunction against you. I'm going to order that you have no contact with him whatsoever. I'm going to give you a bond of $500, and I'm going to see you back to court November 1st at 9 a.m.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Jonathan Fogel. Mr. Fogel, what's your date of birth?
6/17/83.
Okay, Mr. Fogel, you were here this morning for a charge of fugitive from justice. It looks like Dearborn County, is that in Indiana?
Indiana, yes.
Okay, looks like they have a hold on you, and it looks like they are going to want to extradite you. So here's the deal on that. You have two options. You can have an extradition hearing, but it takes about 60 days to have that hearing. And at that hearing, Indiana would just have to prove that they have a valid warrant and that you are the right person that they want. Or you can waive the right to that hearing, and we can put Indiana on the time clock right now that they have. How long do we give them? 15 days? I forget. That they have 15 days to come and pick you up. Do you want to waive the right to a hearing and put them on the clock right now?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Go ahead and sign that paper. All right. We're going to hold you until Indiana comes to get you or decides that they don't want you. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
Stephen Gardner.
No priors, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Gardner, what's your date of birth?
4/22/87.
Okay. You are here today for a felony domestic battery by strangulation. I did find probable cause for that. Did you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Represent myself.
Okay. I have an address for you on Willow Oak Lane in Wekiwachi. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
4 years.
Do you have a job?
I lost it last week.
Okay. Is the address on Willow Oak Lane, is that where Patricia Christenberry lives?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, I have the wrong name. Is it Andrea Garner? Sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you have someplace else you can go?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to go ahead and give you a bond on this case. As a condition of bond, though, you would have no contact with Andrea whatsoever. Do not write her, do not call her, do not email her, do not have anyone else write, call, or email her. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, any way that you can imagine having contact with her, I forbid you to do so. If you see her out somewhere, you need to turn around and go the other way. If she calls you, you should really hang up the phone because you're not to have any contact with her whatsoever.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to hold you till 4 o'clock today in case Miss Garner wants to file an injunction against you. I'm going to give you a bond of $1,000, and we're going to see you back to court November 6th at 8:30 in the morning.
Yes, ma'am.
John Gibbons? Hi, Mr. Gibbons. What's your date of birth?
Good morning. 6277.
All right. You are here this morning for a burglary battery, domestic battery, and 2 counts of domestic battery and 2 counts of resisting officer without violence. Currently, you're on no bond because of the domestic cases, so that's what we're here to review this morning.
Okay.
I did find probable cause for all of those things. Did you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. State?
Yes, ma'am. Starting in October 2015 for his Florida record, grand theft out of Pasco, guilty. Failure to appear out of Hernando, July of 2016. 3 failure to appears. 2 out of Hernando, 1 out of Pasco in 2016. We have an out-of-state history. I also see some kind of injunction in place. The out-of-state history includes New Jersey, receiving stolen property, theft, criminal mischief, aggravated assault attempt, possession of weapon, 2 types of counts involving that, simple assault, felony conviction for burglary, felony conviction for shoplifting, burglary, criminal mischief. That was in New Jersey. In New York, I see criminal trespass, felony trespass, criminal trespass, and 2 more trespasses. And then I see drug charges out of 2013 involving hypodermic needle out of Sussex County Superior Court, state prison regarding some kind of sentence on some of the charges.
Okay.
We would ask that you take that into consideration in setting the bond hearing.
Mr. Gibbons, I have an address for you on Springwood Road in Spring Hill. Is that where you reside?
Yeah.
How long have you lived there?
On and off for 2 years.
All right. Do you have a job?
Yeah.
What kind of work do you do?
I work for a pool company, power washing, and stuff
Okay.
like that.
All right. The address on Springwood Road, is that where Dina, Dean, and Joseph live?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have someplace else you can go?
No. It'd be hard to find it from here, but
Okay.
no.
All right. Well, I'm going to order that you have no contact with any of them, okay, whatsoever. So
Yeah.
do not have any contact with Dina Otero, Dean Gabrielson, or Joseph Gabrielson. Do not call, do not write, do not email. Do not have anyone else call, write, or email them.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case any of them want to file an injunction against you. For the first count of a burglary battery, I'm going to set your bond at $20,000. For the second and third counts of domestic battery, I'm going to set your bond at $2,000 each. And for the 2 counts of resisting an officer without violence, I'm going to set your bond at $500 each. It's a total of $25,000. We're going to see you back to court on November 6th at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Charles Hampton.
Morning.
Mr. Hampton, what's your date of birth?
12/30/52.
All right, Mr. Hampton, you are here for driving under the influence charge. I did find probable cause for that. Did you want to represent yourself? Did you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
I guess I'll take a public defender.
I will go ahead and appoint the public defender's office to represent you. See, I do have his driving record. Is there anything else?
Yes, ma'am. Just of interest, October 2013, disorderly intox. You had the hit and run, failure to remain at a crash with injury,
Okay.
and then a probation violation.
All right, Mr. Hampton, I have an address for you in Horseshoe Lane in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
About a year.
Do you have a job?
No, ma'am, retired from disability.
Okay. I'm going to set your bond at $2,000. I'm going to see you back to court on November 1st at 9 a.m. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Daryl Keys.
Yes, PD.
Mr. Keys, what's your date of birth?
October 2nd, 89.
You are here this morning for a possession of hashish. I did find probable cause for that. Did you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
I'll just represent myself.
State to see your prior record?
Yes, Your Honor. 2014, out of Tampa, possession of drug paraphernalia and possession of controlled substance, a probation violation, looks like out of Tampa, and then out of state history, 2011 DUI out of Georgia. I'm showing it twice. I don't know if it's the same charge or.
All right, Mr. Keys, I have address for you on Pryor Street in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
It's going on, I would say 3 to 4 months now.
Okay.
We got a house.
Okay, you don't have to get so close to the microphone. It's not your girlfriend.
Oh.
Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
Tree service. A&R.
If he wanted to take care of his case today, what are we looking at? A probation? Do we think probation would be? It sounds like he's got a prior VOP, but
Yes, ma'am. To me, yes, ma'am, with the random screens and the evaluation, treatment is recommended, and then the cost of prosecution.
okay, Mr. Keys, do you want to go ahead and take care of your case today? If you want to take care of it today, we'll put you on probation, and you got to get to probation when you get out.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you understand by?
This is considered a misdemeanor. I'm not used to seeing it charged this way, so I just want to, because the way they list it as controlled, so I just want to make sure we're.
Is it a felony? Oh, okay. All right, never mind.
I didn't think it would. It seems like it would be a misdemeanor, though, basically.
Because it's the wax one.
Yes, ma'am. They're listing it as a controlled substance, so.
Okay. All right. Well, we're not going to be able to resolve it today because of how they have it charged. Okay. So it looks like you're going to be in felony court in front of Judge Toner. It looks like. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and keep the bond the same, $2,000, and we're going to see you back to court on November 6th. Do you have an earlier date?
There was that October date, but I don't know if that's an arraignment.
October 23rd? Is that? arraignment rate? October 23rd? All right, let's set it for that, just in case. Okay, we're going to see you back to court in front of Judge Toner October 23rd at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
All right. Is there any way that I can call somebody?
You are allowed to get a phone call. If you haven't had the ability to do that yet, you can do that right now, okay? We'll find a way for you to do that today.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay? Joseph Wilson. Mr. Wilson, what's your date of birth?
4192.
All right, you are here this morning for loitering and prowling. The bond is currently $500, and a trespass, which it looks like the sheriff's office just ROR'd you on.
Okay.
There is probable cause for both of those. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
I'll represent myself.
Okay. State, does he have a prior record?
No, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Wilson, you want to go ahead and take care of your case today?
Sure.
These are both misdemeanors, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes. All right. If you want to take care of your case today, I'll go ahead and give you time served for the credit that you have in jail, which looks like 2 days. You want to go ahead and do that?
Sounds good.
Okay. Do you understand by taking a plea today that you're giving up your right to go to trial?
Yes, ma'am.
You're giving up your right to call witnesses on your own behalf, confront the witnesses against you, and you're giving up your right to have the state prove the case against you. You want to give up all those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, with regard to the loitering and prowling and a trespass, how do you plead? You can plead no contest.
No contest.
I'll accept your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily entered. I adjudicate you guilty, sent you to 2 days Hernando County Jail, 2 days credit for time served. You're going to have fines and court costs of about $600 that you need to pay. What is it, $591?
Yes.
$591. All right, so once you get out today, you're gonna make your way down to the clerk's office, which is down here in the courthouse in room 136, to make payment arrangements for that. Okay?
All right. Sounds
All right.
good.
Yes. Cost of incarceration for the 2 days. All right. Thank you, Mr. Wilson.
Thank you.
Dwayne Zimmerman. Mr. Zimmerman, what's your date of birth?
7/27/73.
All right, you are here today for a domestic battery. I did find probable cause for that. Do you want to represent yourself? You're going to hire an attorney, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. State, does he have a prior record?
Yes, ma'am. Back to 94, disorderly conduct, fighting in public, aggravated assault with a weapon in Hernando, 96, we don't see disposition, vehicle theft, 96, Glades County, withhold on a felony, 96, Brooksville, grand theft auto conviction, probation violation 88 out of Hernando, battery 2001, another disorderly intoxication, 2006 trafficking hydrocodone and possession of controlled substance, probation violation, it looks like Florida State Prison for that, battery and probation violation out of 2007, trespass, defrauding an innkeeper, shoplifting, failure to appear in a Hernando County VOP on a misdemeanor 2015.
Okay, Mr. Zimmerman, I have an address for you on Ruth Street in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
22 years.
All right, do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
Construction.
Okay. I'm going to set your bond at $25,000. As a condition of bond, I'm going to hold you till 4 p.m. today in case Ms. Zimmerman wants to file an injunction against you. I'm also going to order that you have no contact with Brenda Zimmerman whatsoever. Do not call her, do not write her, do not email her, any way that you can imagine having contact with Ms. Zimmerman, I forbid you to do so. If you see her out somewhere, you need to turn around and go the other way. If she calls you, you should hang up the phone. You cannot go to where she's living. If that address on Bruce Street is where Ms. Zimmerman is living, you are not allowed to go there, okay? We're going to see you back to court on November 6th at 8:30 in the morning. Someone from the Public Defender's Office will come out and see you if you can't bond out.
Thank you.
Did I get everyone at the jail?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, have a good day.